Hi, Kevin Thomas here, and welcome to the At Home Film Festival. Today's theme is free movie hacks. I am going to show you a way to watch movies for free. Well, technically free. You really have to have some streaming device, but we have many of those, but we'll go more into that. Some of these movies are at theaters right now and you can watch them for free. Some you could buy on the internet for $15, yet there's a device that has them for free. Let's find those movies. I'm trying to stick to movies that played at theaters as well. So movies like this, which look fun, Vacation Friends, really just debuted on Hulu. So I'm not going to count movies like this. I also am going to answer your big question. Well, Kevin, if we have to do all these streaming devices, they all cost money. They're not really for free. But the way around that, and I'm sure you know, is you could do the free trial. So you should pile up a few movies you want to watch that cost $15 here, $15 there, and do a 7-day trial on a device you like, whether it's Paramount Plus, AMC Plus, anything with a plus. But let's see some movies that you could find on these different devices for free. Let's take a look now. Oh my God, our first movie, Coda. If you're an Apple Plus subscriber, you could watch this for free. You could also go to the movie theater. I love Coda. Coda means Children of Deaf Adults. This movie is probably one of the best films of the year about a young high school girl who's the only hearing person in her family, and she has to interpret for all her family members, her mother, her father, her brother. They have a fishing business. She has to be the one to help make the business work because everybody in town, well, nobody in town speaks sign language. Yet she discovers that she wants to go to college and become a singer. She's got a really good voice. Oh my God, I am now in love with Amelia Jones, the lead star. Amelia Jones. Oh, love her. She is a beautiful actress who's so wonderful in this film. She's a great singer. I downloaded 2 songs. This movie should be up for a bunch of Oscars, including Marlee Matlin, who's fantastic. But Amelia, I think they might overlook her, but she is not American, but she has a great American accent. She could sing. She learned sign language to play this movie. She learned how to sing and sign, and she learned how to be a fisherman. You can't do all that without being recognized. And then there's this one scene where her deaf father wants to hear her sing, so he kind of holds her throat, and the vibration of her sound, he actually could feel the song. Oh my God, this is playing at a theater near you. It's also on Apple Plus. And I love this so much that yes, I could watch it every single day on Apple Plus. I'm going away this weekend with 2 friends that don't have Apple Plus, so I am taking them to this movie. You must watch this film and pay attention to director Sian Heder. She is brilliant! Another movie that's just opened at theaters is Cinderella, and it's on Amazon Prime at the same time. So if you don't want to spend money on it, and I'm sorry, but you really shouldn't, just watch it on Amazon Prime. I always support going to the theaters. We need to keep them in business. And Cinderella is one of my favorite stories of all time. I've seen so many versions of it. And when you thought that Billy Porter was coming in as the fairy godmother and Idina Menzel from Broadway was in it, and one of my favorite 2 young female singers, Camila Cabello, was in it, you would think we are in for a treat. It's a little underwhelming, to be honest, but the good thing is if you have Amazon Prime, you could save the $15, $20, whatever it is at the movie theater to go see this film. It's not bad, it's just not my favorite Cinderella. But you go, girl. Okay, still at many theaters, A Quiet Place 2, because it was a giant hit. But if you subscribe to Paramount Plus, you could see it for free. I watched it during a 7-day free trial, so I saw it free without even subscribing, technically. Oh! This movie is as good as the original, where we also learn even more about why those creatures are in town, making people not be able to talk or make sounds, otherwise they're dead! I love the backstory. I love the way the plot develops. I just think this is a terrific film. So happy to see it. I actually would have seen this in theaters if I wasn't busy at the time, because Suspense movies are often better when you're surrounded by a bunch of people that scream and ooh at the same time. It's like right about here, no? Ooh. Okay, that's enough. Bye. French Exit kind of is quietly came to town. It had a lot of Oscar buzz for Michelle Pfeiffer. She didn't get nominated, but it's a really terrific performance. And you had to spend money to rent it on so many devices or buy it. But you know what? Stars has it for free. What an interesting movie. Kind of weird and quirky, and at the same time, it's deep and thoughtful. And it also reminds me a lot of those movies, those British period pieces, because here we have Michelle Pfeiffer, a socialite rich woman who finds out she's not as rich as she thought because she just squanders her money, she just spends it all. So she sells everything she has, takes her actual cash, and moves to France. And there she starts a whole new life with a lot of secrets unfolding and a lot of interesting plot twists. I always love these movies where the rich people go broke because they still keep their housekeepers. Clean your own house, bitch! Oh. And this also has for the ride Lucas Hedges, who's always good in everything. If you've got stars, seek out French Exit. Highly recommended. The Outside Story is a very interesting tale that also had a short life at the movie theater, but you could find it on Hulu for free. I actually was so intrigued by this tale where Brian Tyree Henry, he now is single, so he's sort of in a slump, unhappy, doesn't want to leave the house. He actually just goes downstairs to pick up his food, and guess what? He left his keys in the house. So he is forced to be outside for the entire length of the film. And while he's there, he rediscovers life a little bit. He actually gets to know some of his neighbors. Comical and dramatic situations arise. It's quite refreshing and probably one of the most interesting plots I've seen in a movie in quite a long time. And you could catch it yourself if you just go to Hulu. So let's go there together and watch this movie. And if you go outside, don't forget your keys. Our last two movies I haven't seen, but the point of this week's show is not to review movies, but it's to find ways to see movies for free. So Reminiscence with Hugh Jackman completely bombed at the box office. The reviews aren't so great, so I could see possibly why that word of mouth stopped people from going. Yet I love his cast with Tandy Newton and Rebecca Ferguson, and of course I love Hugh Jackman. So if you didn't spend your money at the theater, you're probably sitting at home with HBO Max. So why don't you just watch it there? It's not going to cost you any money. It's probably maybe worth it, the freeness of it. So check out Reminiscence and write to me and let me know what you thought. Should we have liked it? Should we have seen it? Give us a review. Another movie I haven't seen but looks promising is Together, Together on Hulu for free. In fact, I found a lot of movies that cost money at different devices but are free on Hulu this week. So I'm probably going to check a lot of those out, like this one. So Ed Helms, who I always think is really funny, plays a man who wants to have a child, so he has a surrogate. Now that seems all well and good, except for it seems from these previews that he is quite annoying, and maybe she's changed her mind, who knows, but it was a festival favorite at many film festivals, so it's really worth for me to check out and hopefully like. Did you see it? Tell me. You. Yeah, the one way, way over in the left. Yeah. Did you see the movie? Well, let me know. You too. Thank you. So that's our show of the week. Tell me what movies that you found free that other people paid for at the same time because they weren't as savvy as you to find the right streaming device. I am leaving you with a look at Cry Macho. Hate the title, but it's coming to theaters near you very soon. Like I think September 17th, with Clint Eastwood. He still makes good movies, doesn't he? Anyway, I'm putting this one up because at the same time it's going to be on HBO Max, another movie hack. Until we see this movie together or something else, I would love for you to share, yes, share, and subscribe. Tell those who subscribe to share, tell those who share to subscribe, and oops! It's not an earthquake, I just hit my lamp. Don't worry, okay. And please comment. People write to me individually, but no one puts the comments down below. I love those. I love those comments below. Anyway, see you next week with the At Home Film Festival. I'm Kevin. Bye-bye. Oh, Clint, you're doing good there.